In high school, I had a job in Oregon pumping gas for people. It wasn't glorious. It wasn't even that fun. Sometimes people yelled at me because gas prices were too high, and I got paid minimum wage. Was not the best job in the world, not my favorite job in the world, but I got it done. And I think that that's the kind of modern day equivalent of the shepherds. We see the shepherds in the Christmas story, they play a really big role. They're out in the fields doing their job that maybe isn't really glorious, isn't really high paying, it's not really like an important job, but they're out there, and that is who God decides to reveal Jesus' birth to. So the angels show up, and can you imagine the terror that the shepherds feel? These angels show up in the dead of night, it's probably dark, they're just hanging out in the fields, and all of a sudden, this bright light and these angels, they show up. And they tell the shepherds what had happened. They say, Jesus has been born, and you got to go see him. And the shepherds immediately, they're obviously terrified, but the angels leave, and the shepherds take off to go find Jesus. And they find Jesus, and they start praising God. And then they leave, and they immediately go and start telling people about what had happened. They say, these angels appeared to us in the field, and they told us about Jesus, and we went and found him, and he was laying in a manger, and the Son of God is here. And it says people are amazed. And really, the shepherds have become modern day evangelists. They're kind of the first evangelists of the Christian age. They're the people that are out telling people that Jesus has been born. And then they go back to Jesus and they see Jesus and they praise God for what has happened. And meanwhile, at the same time, while everybody's overreacting, maybe not overreacting, but they're excited and they're reacting excitedly, Mary is there with Jesus. And it says that Mary instead, she kind of looked inward and she pondered everything. She pondered what was happening and she treasured everything in her heart. And while the shepherds are moving outward, Mary is kind of looking inward. She's taking in what's happened, that she's just given birth to the Son of God, and the shepherds are out telling everybody what has happened. And I want to ask you this, for this Christmas season, maybe consider doing both of those things. It's important for us to like Mary, take some time to treasure and ponder and maybe look inward. But it's also time for us in Christmas to proclaim outward. We can look inward while we also proclaim the birth of Christ outward. So this Christmas season, I encourage you to do just that, to look inward as you also proclaim outward.